Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Arkansas Soul Sessions. I am your host, Miriam B, and y'all, tonight is an exciting episode. I have a special guest tonight. She is a Pine Bluff native who has recently embarked on a new journey. You may have seen her showing off her talents on your television. Who is she, you might ask? Well, none other than Miss Makiyah Mustiful. Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so excited. I say this every episode, but I am really so excited to have you on the show
Thank
tonight.
you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
So we're just gonna jump right in.
Okay.
You're from Pine Bluff,
Yes.
and I saw that you grew up singing.
Yes.
And you still sing every Sunday with your family in church.
Yes, ma'am.
Your whole family sings. Is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Okay. So tell me about like your childhood and growing up in church.
So my grandfather started our church, and I've been singing like as far back as I can remember. Grew up in the youth choir, and then eventually I'm still youth, but singing in the adult choir. And so you have me, my mom, aunt, grandmother, cousin,
Yes.
brother on drums. Uncle, he sings. And then not only that, my dad could sing as well.
Yeah.
You know, before he passed. And so I get it on both sides. And just growing up every Sunday, revivals, midweek services, whatever it may be, we've always sung together.
Yeah, I got a couple pictures up here. I thought this was such a cute picture.
Yes.
That's you and your family right there. Are those your brothers?
Those are my brothers, yes. My mom and my two brothers, Dalen and CJ.
Oh. Okay, so I also saw this on online. You work at the bank, but
Yes.
you also sang on the side.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so tell me about like handling that double.
So I'm an assistant branch manager for Simmons Bank in Pine Bluff at our main location. And just, Monday through Friday is banking until 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. If I have a gig going that weekend, I may have a weeknight rehearsal, wherever we may rehearse at, wherever we decide. And I just, I get off work, and then it's like I clock in to my next job, which is singing, which is, more fun, more enjoyable. And I just balance it like that, bank and then singing.
We have these couple videos of you. This is you singing at the Black Rodeo.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun. That was actually my first rodeo. I had never been to a rodeo. So when the people that were over, when they reached out to me and was like, hey, would you come and sing, the national anthem for the Black Rodeo? I was like, yeah. Like, I've never been to a rodeo, but I've always heard about rodeos, and the rodeo is a really big thing in Houston.
Yeah.
And I had just seen, like, a lot of people from Arkansas go out there to Houston, and I seen, like, the booths and everything. I was like, I want to do it, too, And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And so I started trying to get me an outfit together, and I was like, I got to have me some boots. I got to find me some boots. So that was my first pair of, like, cowgirl boots, and I fell in love with them ever since.
Now we have another video of you. This is, I don't know where were you here?
This was at Gigi's.
Okay.
This was Gigi's. We had a Divas night at Gigi's Lounge in Little Rock. And me and 3 other ladies, we all sung together and did a couple segments on our own. And that's a whole vibe out there at Gigi's. I love Gigi's. I love the crowd that they have, and just the entertainment is it's crazy.
You know what took me out though?
What took you out, girl?
The towel.
The towel.
The towel.
Everybody be saying, like, you gonna have that towel, man. I remember one time I forgot my towel, and that towel has my name on it.
Yeah.
That towel has my name on it. One night I forgot my towel at the house, and I called my manager, and I was like, Jason, I was like, can you please bring me a towel? Bring me a towel to the show. I need a towel. Because it gets hot. It gets hot up there, moving. And singing, sweating. And then, you have the lights in your face as well. And so just the heat steaming from the lights, it gets hot up there. And I just be needing a little something to dab my face, but also I get to twirl it around and different stuff.
The reason we have you on the show tonight is because you are a current contestant on American Idol.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Yes.
When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get you on this show.
Thank you.
So I reached out and everything worked out. I'm so glad I could get you on. So you went on to audition,
Right.
but you said it was a last minute. It was kind of a last minute process.
It really was. So, like, I'll tell you a little bit about it.
Okay.
So, September 28th, which is a day I literally never forget.
Yeah.
September 28th, 2025, I was in bed. It was 9 o'clock at night, and I was scrolling on Facebook. It just rolled across the ad, and it was like American Idol auditions for Arkansas register now. And I was like, let me click on it just to see, if it's real, if it's fake. You have scams and everything. I clicked on it. There was one spot left for the very next day on the 29th at 5 o'clock. And I was just like, okay. I get off work at 4, bank close at 4. I'm out to bed about 4:20. That gives me time to get home, get set up for my Zoom, and get my music together, all that good stuff. And that day, I didn't walk out the bank until 4:54 p.m. And my audition started at 5 on Zoom. So I sat in the bank's parking lot and did my audition on Zoom. No music, just straight acapella. Phone is dying, no charger. It was like everything was just happening. And I was just like, okay, push through.
Yeah.
So did the auditions. They was like, hey, tonight record some videos with some music, send it to us, and we'll get back with you. Luckily that night I had a band rehearsal because I had a performance coming up that weekend. Mm-hmm. So I was able to record, send those in. I got a call the next day about 9 o'clock at night the next day and was like, hey, this is such and such from American Idol. Do you have time to meet with our executive producer tomorrow for our audition? What? I'm like, yes, like, let's do it. If you want me to do it now, let's do it now. And so I the next day after that, which was that Wednesday, I did the audition, and literally I told no one that I signed up for it. I just solely was scrolling on Facebook, signed up, didn't tell not a soul. And then I did the audition that Wednesday at my mom's, and they told me, they was like, girl, you going to see Lionel Richie, you going to Nashville. And from that point on, it's just been, crazy.
So it was really back to back.
It was back to back.
So you didn't have to wait a long time or anything?
No, I didn't have to wait. So I did that. That was the end of September, and I did my actual audition in front of the judges the end of October. So maybe maybe 3.5 weeks in between time from auditioning for producers then to the actual judges. And then after that, I was right back out the next week for Hollywood week. So it wasn't a big gap.
Okay, that's really good because I would have thought they would have had you waiting out here. Okay, so describe to me week 1. Like what were you going through? What were you feeling like?
When you say week 1, are you talking about audition or Hollywood week?
Audition.
So auditions were in Nashville. They were in Nashville. Got there. I'd never been to Nashville. And it's nice. I was like, I like it out here.
Nashville is nice.
It is. I had a good time. It was a lot. When I got there, I was like, I think I underestimated what I was walking into. And so when I got there, I was like, oh, this is real deal production. This is real deal reality. This is a real deal show. Just seeing all of the cameras and the workers and everything that comes with it as far as the filming and B-roll and all of those kind of things. And I was like, oh my goodness, this was my first time doing something like this, but I loved every part of it. I felt like I belonged. I felt that I was in my element, and it was all I did. I was able to do everything with ease. I was able to just do it. I'm a camera type of girl. I like being in front of the camera, so it wasn't bad. But it was going into my audition and just seeing other people come out with their golden tickets, seeing some people, going home that didn't make it. It's kind of nerve-wracking because it's you don't know what you're walking into. And so prior to me actually walking through the door to audition, I was sick. I felt like I was finna vomit everywhere. I was so nervous. When I tell you I was so nervous, and then I got in there and I was just like, hey. And I was like, well, hey, And I warmed up then, and I was just like, let's do it. I got 90 seconds to go in here and change my life. Let's make this 90 seconds count. And that's what I did.
Wow. So what was your family's reaction when you first told them?
So when I walked in my mom's house that day, it was my granny was there and my youngest brother, CJ. they both was there, and I walked in and I was like, "Hey, I'm finna get on the Zoom to audition for American Idol. Be quiet." And it was like, "Huh? You know, audition for American Idol?" So now my little brother, he's calling my mama. Mama, Kaya's auditioning for American Idol. Now my mama calling me. I'm like, I gotta call you back. I gotta get on this Zoom. And did it. And they had my brother, he sung on there, one of the executive producers. She was like, is anyone else in the house that can sing? I was like, yeah, my little brother's right here. He sung, and then me, him, and my granny, we sung together. We sung Amazing Grace together. And then that's when she gave me the okay, you know, hey, you're going to Nashville. And after that, like, I was crying, granny's crying, mama's calling. Next thing you know, my aunt is pulling up to the house, and word just got out quick. Yeah, you know, and so everybody was just same way I feel. Like, you know, it was so real. Like, oh, like you finna go to Nashville to audition in front of Lionel Richie. You know, it was crazy.
And he's like, we're gonna get into it a little bit later, but he looks like he's your biggest fan.
Ooh, I love Lionel.
Okay, now I want to know what songs you might have already said. What song did you sing
for audition?
Zoom? For the Zoom.
For the Zoom. Oh, my gosh.
Because we saw your audition, but I want to know what were you singing
for
on
the Zoom.
Yeah.
I sung Need You Bad, Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh.
I also I can't really remember. That is so crazy. I also sung, I did sing Nobody's Supposed to Be Here on the Zoom.
Okay.
I did sing like and these singing on the Zooms was like quick, like 30, 45 seconds, like less than a minute.
Yeah.
I sung Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. I sung Need You Bad, Jasmine Sullivan. I can't remember the third song. I had to sing 3 songs. Love on Top.
And you already
Beyonce.
had that.
I sung Love on Top, Beyonce.
Girl, you picking some songs.
Oh, yeah. I'm a sing.
Now, in the audition, you sang I Love You, I Do by Jennifer Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that, I was like, ooh, wee. And it's so funny you picked that song because when you started singing, it took me back to the season with Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson.
Come on.
I was like, okay, here you go, right here singing.
Yeah.
Got this little picture. I was like, this girl can sing down.
Thank you.
So during the audition, after the audition, well, I think it was actually during, Lionel like turned around and like started waving his hands
side to side.
What was going through your head?
I had to still keep singing, but just to see him and, you know, see their smiles and just their reaction, it literally, it gave me some more fire. Like, go even harder. Like, give it your all. You know, just in that small moment, in that small time period, you know, like, just seeing his reactions, I was like, oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I knew then.
Yeah.
I knew then. You got a standing ovation from the judges. And I was just like, yeah, she got this in the bag. She going to Hollywood. Did you already knew in your head you was going to Hollywood, or did you have to hear it to know?
I felt like I knew.
Yeah.
I felt like I knew. I knew that I just, you know, I knew that I was going in there and truly being myself, like my full personality, just staying true to myself and just providing my gift, you know. And even if I didn't make it, I'm just grateful to be granted the opportunity to even sing in front of them, you know, be in a room that I've never been in before. But after I got in there and I sung and meeting with the judges and their reactions, I was like, I gotta go to Hollywood.
And then it also stood out to me because before you even started singing, one of the judges, I can't remember which judge it was, but one of them was like, your voice is already filling up the room.
Luke. I want to say it was Luke.
Yeah, I was like,
Luke.
Wow. Look at Pine Bluff.
Yes, come on, Pine Bluff.
Let's talk about the reaction from the judges. Okay. You got a little emotional.
I did.
You started crying during the feedback.
I did.
Talk me through that. Talk me through.
You got me finna cry now.
Oh, let it out, girl.
Oh, I know, right? I can't be crying. But in that moment, it was just, you know, I was just like reflecting my life, like, you know, and just, it's like my life was just flashing before my eyes, you know, just to be standing there in front of them. Like I said, you know, I'm so grateful, you know, to be granted that opportunity to share my gift, you know, with them. And just knowing what I've been through in life and, you know, the sacrifices that I've had to make to be here where I am today, and even to be where I was then on the day of my audition, I didn't understand months prior that I was going through what I was going through for this exact moment. But it's just, it all started like just ringing, and I was just full of joy, like, and I just got emotional, like it's like I'm really living out my dream.
Yeah.
Like, and that was just the first step. And so I was just overwhelmed with joy and emotions.
Is that the feeling you're feeling now?
Even now,
Yeah.
it's like it's really happening. It has sunk in, but it has not sunk in. It still feels surreal that, I'm even sitting right here with you today, doing an interview about this. Like, it's crazy.
I just feel like you just keep walking in your purpose, and things gonna come to you as you go.
Yes, ma'am.
I also wanted to point out on the show your brother singing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God! Now, was this like a on the spot thing, or was it already playing?
It was truly an on the spot thing.
Really?
It was truly on the spot. So they put mics on like my immediate family. So my mom, they put a mic on my brother, and I believe my granny had a mic on as well. And Luke, after I sung, he was like, "Do you want to bring your family in?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, let's bring my family in." And we all sung together as a family. And then Luke was like, "Do you sing?" And my cousin was like, "Oh, he sang." And he was like, "What can you do for us?" And I was like, my favorite song that I love to hear him sing is Love by Keisha Cole.
Yes.
Like, when I tell you, he's just in the house all day just singing to the top of his lungs, just random songs. And that's one of the main songs that he sings. Yes. And I was like, this is my favorite song. I love to hear him sing. And he did it right there on the spot.
Right there on the spot.
And I was like, there you go.
So good. That's him right there in the corner.
Yes, that's my baby, CJ.
Okay, now I want to get to the big thing of the first auditions.
Okay.
You got the golden ticket.
I got the golden ticket. Yes, I got a golden ticket.
So that meant you were moving to Hollywood.
Hollywood Week. Yes.
Hollywood Week.
Yes.
So it wasn't.
So this year, Hollywood Week was done in Music City, which is Nashville.
Okay.
So Hollywood Week in Music City.
Yeah, I was a little confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Hollywood
in Nashville.
Week. Okay. Then we got this picture of you from I think social media.
Yes.
And you just holding the golden ticket.
Holding the golden ticket. Yes.
Okay, so we are going to take a quick break.
Okay.
So make sure that you guys stay tuned, and we'll be back with more with Miss Makiyah. So let's talk about Hollywood Week.
Okay.
You sang "How Did You Get Here" by Deborah Cox.
Yes, ma'am.
That's one of them ones.
That's one of them ones.
Just listening to you sing just listening to the song in regular life, it sounds like it's a challenging song. What went into you picking that song?
So, I gig, and that's one of, like, everyone's favorite songs. So, like, no matter where I perform, that's, like, one song that's going to always be in my set, like a guaranteed song that I'm going to always sing. And I just knew. So, like, the words of "Nobody's Supposed to Be Here," I've tried that love thing for the last time. You think of your significant other or guy, woman, however, it may be. But for me, and for this round, for the Hollywood Week round, I was just like, I have to sing "Nobody's Supposed to Be Here." Like, it turns into a different meaning. Like, truly, nobody's supposed to be here. That's how I feel. And it's like, how did you get here? And I'm asking myself, like, how did you get here? Yeah. Like, all of the hard work, the late nights, long nights, everything. Like, how did you get here? And that song just truly resonates with me. And I knew I wanted to sing this song. I was like, this is the song that I have to sing. And once they approved my song, I was like, oh, it's a go.
So it's like an approval process. Yes,
it is an approval process. All because, it's not your own song that you're singing. So you have to get approval from the artist, copyrights and all that good stuff.
Okay, wow. I want to pull up that picture again of you singing, because I wanted to just ask you, what was going through your mind when you were up there during Hollywood Week?
When I was on the stage, Hollywood Week. Oh, my gosh. In that moment right there, like at the end.
What was going through your mind?
So, girl. When they first told us, like, the number of people that was going to be in the audience, I was like, oh.
What was the number?
It was like 500 to 1,000 people in the audience. And I was like, oh, like, this is like the most people I've ever sung in front of.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's do it. And then so we had sound check and like we were working the stage and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is really happening. And so when it was time for me to actually go out there and perform, and I see all these people, and just throughout my whole performance, like everybody's there screaming, they're like standing, just giving me good feedback. Like the crowd was really in tune with me. And when I got done, just to see everyone like on their feet, the judges, everyone in the audience, I was crying then. Tears was rolling then. I was just like, oh my gosh, like, and the room just made me feel like that I did what I was supposed to do.
You did.
Thank you.
You really did. I watched that probably about 3-4 times in one
Girl,
sitting.
I've been watching every day. I watch it every day.
I wanted to ask you, I've seen videos of you like performing at gigs. Okay. And it just seemed like your stage presence is so strong. When you were in that moment with those thousands of people, did you feel what word I'm looking for? Did you feel a sense of stage fright, or was it just came natural?
It just came natural. It literally just came natural, because that's whenever I'm performing, whenever you're performing, you want to make sure that you have stage presence, and you want to, command the room. Like, you're the entertainer at this point. So what can I do to keep you entertained? So that's one of my biggest things, like, work the stage when you can work the stage. Now, some songs don't deserve to work the stage. You may be singing a ballad and you may just need to stand in that one spot. But if you can work the stage and engage the crowd. Yeah. And so that's one of my biggest things. And just being a part of American Idol, I just feel like they're not going to give anyone just the title of the next American Idol.
Right.
So you have to have the full package. So I still know that this is a competition, so I still have to perform vocally, stage presence, even down to a wardrobe, your look, and everything. Everything plays a part.
Wow. Do you rehearse with the band that you are on stage with? Like, do you guys have rehearsals?
Yes, we do have. Yes, we have. So we have vocal lessons with our vocal coaches. We do have rehearsals, leading up to performance day. And then on performance day, you have your sound check, camera check, all of that. So you get about a couple run-throughs.
Okay, now I've seen online you've been getting so much support. Have you been seeing that?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And it's just I tell everybody, like, I see the calls, I see the texts, I see all the posts, the tags, the DMs. I just can't reach out. I can't get to everybody because it's so much. But it just overwhelms me with joy knowing that I have, people from all over Arkansas. And not only Arkansas, but just my city, Pine Bluff, supporting me like 100%. I love it.
Now, during Hollywood Week, you spoke more about your dad, and who you just previously said passed away. And it really was sad, but it was also empowering because you said you knew that he would be proud of you.
Yes.
I just want to show these pictures of you and your dad. Tell me about the relationship between you two.
You want me on here crying so bad. Oh, can I have some tissue? A little on my eyes running.
Oh, we gotta get you some tissue. We'll get you some.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
You okay? You okay? You good?
We'll get you some tissue. Are you good to talk about?
Yeah, I'm good to talk about it. I'm good to talk about it. My eye just running. Yeah,
I just wanted to know more about that because
definitely, so I was 13 when my dad passed, and I was my daddy's only baby. So it was just always me and my dad. And, even though my mom and my dad wasn't together, I seen my dad every single day, whether it was taking me to school, whether it was bringing me lunch, picking me up from school, or whether I was just with him. I seen my dad every single day, and, to be there with him every step of the day through his sickness. Like, I was at the hospital sun up to sundown. Didn't want to leave. Yeah. I was there. It was traumatizing, and being that young. Like, I was a baby. I was in the 7th grade. I was 13, 12 when he became sick, and I turned 13 right before he passed, the month before. And, it was a lot during that time. One of the darkest times of my life, like, just honestly speaking. And you know, I knew that my dad was very proud of me. I know that my dad loved me. I didn't understand then, but you know, once I did gain peace and understanding, I realized that, you know, my dad gave me something in 13 years that some people will never get in a lifetime from their father. Wow. And, you know, so I'm just grateful that God granted me, you know, the opportunity to have that relationship with my dad and for him to, you know, be one of the best dads in the world to his only baby. You know, so that was my ace-bone coon, my best friend, like my ride or die. Like, you see him, you see me.
Yeah,
you see me, you see him.
And you're his twin. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's twin ski.
We got this tissue for you. I'm so sorry.
Like, you good. You good.
What do you think? What do you think your dad would say now seeing you on American Idol?
I think about that quite often. Mm-hmm. I was on the phone with a friend the other day, and I was like, man, I just really wonder, like, what my dad would be doing right now. Yeah. Like, if he was, like, here in the flesh, like, you know, even like I said, Hollywood, we, like, the heavens are dancing. Like, I know he room me on. I know he sees all, you know. But if he was truly here, like, in the flesh to see it, like, firsthand, I don't know what he'll be doing. Like, he'll be just like me. Like, we'll both be still shocked. Like, but I know he'll be there every step of the way, like, make sure everything runs smooth, like whatever it may be. I know he would support me like 10 toes down.
And I can relate to that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up. I saw it on American Idol, but I also wanted to talk about it on this show. It's because I can relate as well. I was raised by my grandparents. Okay. And I lost my granddad. I was a senior in high school. Wow. And it felt the same as how you would describe it with your dad. And with me doing this show and everything, like, he'll never be able to see this. So it's like, you kind of think, like, what would it be like if they were here?
What would life be like? Yeah. You know?
God, don't make me cry.
Girl, I'm just, it's like, seriously, like, I was 13, so, like, prom, graduation, like, even when you think of the future, getting married, children, like, all of that, whenever that time does come, I always say, though, if I have a son, like, I want to have my daddy's name, at least my daddy's middle name, something, something, just to keep his name alive. But it makes you wonder, like, what would life be like? Even down to yourself, like, it's like I know it's certain things I wouldn't do if my daddy was here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it just makes you think about everything.
It really does. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna lighten things up.
Okay.
we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I got a fun little game that I'm gonna play with you.
Okay, let's do it.
So make sure you guys stay tuned, and we'll be back with Miss Makiyah Mustiful.
All right.
Welcome back to Arkansas Soul Sessions, and today I wanted to play a little game with you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hand you these little cards.
Okay.
And the name of this game is called Don't Make Me Choose.
Don't Make Me Choose. Okay.
Yes. I saw you say on American Idol that American Idol has brought some household names in R&B, and you plan to follow in their footsteps. Mm-hmm. So I came up with this game. So essentially, I'm gonna name 2 R&B artists for you to choose who you'll rather collaborate with.
Oh.
And each artist on these cards have competed on a singing competition show.
Okay.
So that's the spin of it.
Gotcha.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
The first one is Fantasia or Jennifer Hudson.
Ooh. Why you do that to me? Why would you do that?
I don't know. I didn't know who you were going to choose.
I gotta go. Oh, this is so hard. I'm sorry, Fantasia and Jennifer, when y'all see this. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Fantasia or Jennifer?
They both got some good ones.
Oh, well. I gotta go with Fantasia.
Okay.
I gotta go with Fantasia.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Fantasia.
I could see both, but Fantasia?
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta go with Fantasia.
Okay, the second one is John Legend or Usher.
John Legend or Usher. I'm gonna go John. I'm gonna go John. I'm gonna go John Legend.
You showing Usher?
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna go John.
Okay.
I'm gonna go John.
Third one, Jordan Sparks or Leona Lewis?
Oh, I gotta go with my girl Jordan though. Yes. I gotta go with my girl Jordan. Jordan been that girl a long time.
She has. Okay, the fourth one. I don't know who you're gonna choose on this one, but I'm interested to see.
Okay.
Queen Naija or Amber Riley?
Whoa, I gotta go Amber.
I can see that.
I gotta go Amber, especially because she does like musicals and everything like that.
Glee.
Like she was on. Yes, like I gotta go Amber. She's a powerhouse.
She is. She got the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is interesting to see Jasmine Sullivan or her.
Oh, I gotta go Jazz.
Now I do want to just say something funny about this picture, right? So that is a young her.
Yes, that's a young picture of her.
She was really young, but listen, we have this thing where we can only use certain pictures.
Oh.
And I could not find an adult picture of her, so I was like,
are you serious?
I'm so serious. We have this copyright thing where we can't use certain pictures. That was the only picture that I could find.
Oh my God. She been playing the guitar a long time.
She been playing for a long time.
Yes.
But you pick Jasmine?
I gotta go Jazz.
What's your favorite Jasmine song?
Lions, Tigers, and Bears.
Classic one.
A classic.
Classic. Now these are two classic people. This next one I'm finna name.
Okay.
Also interested to see who you're gonna say.
Okay.
But then again, I probably know. Beyonce or Miss Lauryn Hill.
I gotta go with Queen B.
Beyonce. Are you ready for Act 3?
Yes, I am. Oh my goodness.
You think it's gonna be rock?
I think it is.
I think it's gonna be rock.
I think it's gonna be rock. Like Beyonce is literally a jack of all trades. That lady can do anything, and she's somebody that I've listened to like consistently and like done research on her, like because with her age and for her to still be putting on these national tours and to perform the way she performed, it is insane. And she has raw vocals.
Yes. Like
she can, like without any auto-tune or anything, like the lady is raw. Like I gotta go Queen. I'm Beehive. I'm part of Beehive.
That was a cute little game.
That
was a cute little game. I figured I feel like I knew some of these people.
I was just gonna say, did you know?
I know you were gonna pick Fantasia. I know you were gonna pick Beyonce. I didn't know about John Legend and Usher. I didn't know about Jordan Sparks either. Amber Riley, I know you were gonna pick her, and I knew you were gonna pick Jasmine. I know you were gonna pick Jasmine. Okay.
Amber Riley though, oh my gosh,
yeah.
she's a powerhouse.
I feel like she's kind of underrated.
She's very underrated, like for real.
She really got them vocals. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay. I know we can't get into the specifics of the show.
Okay.
As far as like what's coming up next, but I do know whatever happens, you still have plans to continue to do music.
Yes.
You said R&B has your soul, has your heart. One reason I wanted to get you on this show, you said you wanted your music to be modern but still have an 80s and 90s feel.
Yes.
Give me like an example. Like what is? I want to know, what does that sound like? Is there an example, like a prototype?
So this is how I'll put it to you. When you think of today's music, when you listen to the radio or you get on Apple Music and you listen to the hits of today's time, who do we have right now in the industry that reminds you or give you the feel of Aretha Franklin, Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson? Like they give you that big powerhouse feel.
Let me think. Is it a trick question? Because I feel like there isn't.
I don't know anyone right now in the industry. Like we have Summer Walker,
but that's
no. Janae Aiko, Kehlani,
no.
Mariah the Scientist.
We don't really have no power.
Just women.
Yeah.
Then you got the rappers. You got Megan. You got Cardi. Yeah. You got
and they're all doing
Lotto.
their thing. Yeah.
They all doing their thing. But who do we have singing that gives you that old school vibe or make you feel how that music makes you feel.
The only person I could think of that could be put in that is Jasmine. Do you think so?
Yes. That's like the only person.
That's the only person that's coming.
And so you know how Jasmine is still a powerhouse, but it's still also modern.
Yes.
And still relatable to today's time, but you can also feel it. That's the kind of vibe that I want to give, but more powerhouse.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I could see that, especially from Hollywood Week. I could see that. Now, you said you've been writing and collaborating. Has that been something that you've been doing, or is something that you're just starting to do?
Just starting to do.
Okay.
I haven't fully written a song, but I do sometimes, like if I get thoughts or something, or when I'm trying to, I jot down what I can, but I don't have just a full song written out. But that's something that I am working on.
How's that been going for you so far?
So far, I haven't really just been doing it here a lot too. Here recently, just solely because with the show we're not singing like our own songs. Now it'd be different if I already had my own original songs out. I could sing them on the show. If they were approved, if they agreed to them. But like right now, my focus has just been making sure I'm making the right song choice. For America, for the judges.
Yeah.
So I haven't really just been focusing on writing at the moment.
Okay. Have you ever been in the studio?
So I have been in the studio.
Really?
I've been in the studio.
I want to hear more about that.
So my first time in the studio, it was in the back of a house in a room.
Okay.
Like you got the cameras, the speakers, the mic,
Yeah.
computers, everything. Just went in there and got to singing and came right out. And then I have one of my friends, one of my closest friends. I actually consider him my brother. His name is Michael Ridgel, and he does gospel music.
Okay.
And we've done 2 live recordings, and he has his album out on all platforms. And I was in the studio with him doing that, and like I said, the live recording. So it was actually live, the cameras, sound, all that good stuff. I like being in the studio. I love it, just the overdubs and being able to see like all the behind the scenes of how a song is put together, the mixing, the mastering, and having when I say overdub, it's just repeating the same line multiple times, like to get it stacked perfectly. It has enough sound and everything. So I like being in the studio.
Okay, that's good. I also wanted to ask you, because I saw that there are other people from Arkansas that's on American Idol. Have you gotten a chance to meet? I believe his name was Michael.
Yes.
Have you got a chance to meet him?
Yes. Okay. I met Michael. Michael is so sweet. He's so talented and so gifted, and I was glad that we were able to meet with each other. We were actually on a Zoom, and everybody was on the Zoom saying where they were from, and he was like, I'm from Arkansas. And I got in, I was like, who said they from Arkansas? Because I thought I was the only one. And I had met another young lady that auditioned for American Idol. She was actually from Conway.
Okay.
And everything. But I was like, I didn't know, like, somebody else that has made it through was from Arkansas. And he was like, what part of Arkansas are you from? I'm like, I'm from Pine Bluff. And he was like, do you eat Chef Lee? And I was like, yeah, I eat Chef Lee. And I'm like, oh, you from Arkansas? Like, you know where I'm at. I was like, where are you? He was like, he's in Wynn, Ford City area, and then he used to go to school in Whitehall, Taylor Elementary. And I was like, wow, it's a small world.
Wow. And that Ford City and Pine Bluff isn't far from each other, is
No,
it?
it's not far. Maybe about 2 hours.
So y'all could have crossed paths.
We could have crossed paths or anything.
Yeah, there have been several Arkansans who have auditioned in advance to Hollywood Week, just like you have.
Yes.
You have yourself, Nia Renee, Lucy Love.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say to those who may be wanting to do the same thing?
Never give up. Like, truly follow your dreams. Nothing is never, like, it's not too high for you. Like, follow your dreams, push forward. You know how they say, like, no question is a bad question. Like, if that's your dream, if that's what you believe in, if that's what you feel like you are supposed to do, or you feel like you're walking in your purpose, follow your dream. That's one of the main things that I want everybody to know, especially the youth. Like, I'm 24, and so even like, the youth that's in my family, my cousins, the babies, the ones that's still in grade school, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Like, do it, follow your dreams. Like, don't give up.
That's so good. I would advise anybody to take that
Yes.
advice.
Yes, ma'am.
This has been a good episode. So good. Probably one of my, I say this every episode, but probably one of my favorites.
Okay.
Now, before we let you go, I just wanted you to let the people know where they can find you on socials and you singing again on their TV.
All right. So right now with American Idol, I'm currently in the Golden Room. So make sure you're tuning in this upcoming Monday on ABC at 7 p.m. Central Time, to see if I make it to the top 30, to see if I make it past the Golden Room. So make sure you tune in for that. My social medias, Instagram and TikTok, Makiyah Music, Facebook, Makiyah M. So make sure you go follow me, add me on all of those platforms to stay in tune with me and to continue to follow my journey with American Idol.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
So this has been a great episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I just want to make sure you guys stay tuned with Arkansas Soul Sessions, everything Makiyah Mustiful, and we'll see you again next month.